Hello and welcome to the Pressero training series. In this lesson, we will cover using forms in Pressero. This lesson will teach you about the different types of form you can use in your sites and how to create them. Before we start creating the forms, let's have a look where you can see the forms. Forms are a way to collect extra information from a customer. Forms can be created, named, and used with one or more products or website pages. There are three areas a form can be used. On a product page, as you can see the additional information, a form can be used at a product level. If you add this product to the cart, you can also see the assigning a form to a checkout. Additional information which is custom code, other, to gather more information from the person ordering, or if it is a product level, to gather additional information needed about the product being ordered. Also, the third place is the internal page you create on the site. For example, custom code booklets. So there are three areas where you can have a form assigned to it: on a product page, on an internal page, or on the checkout page. Let's start creating a new form. In order to do that, go to the Pressero admin, log in with your username and the password. Go to the Preferences tab, and you will see an option of Forms. To create a new form, click the Add New button. The first step is to set the basic information about the form. After you do this, additional questions will display for the actual form field prompts. Name. Give the form a name you will easily identify. The customer does not see this name. It will be in the drop-down when you assign it to the area of your site. This is a required field. So I will say title. This is optional and will be shown as the header for the form. Instruction. This is optional and will be shown immediately above your form prompts. Once you have completed those three prompts, click the Save Form button. Adding the form field prompts. You will now need to add the form field prompts. To do that, click the Add New Form Fields button just below the basic form information entries. The window opens to display the individual options you have for each of the prompts in your form. You will create each prompt individually. Prompt. This is the label for the form prompt your customer will see. For example, enter your name. Prompt number. Enter the position you want to display this particular prompt. This is helpful if you decide to add another prompt after the form is completed. Even though you had a particular prompt at the very end, you can change the order in which it is displayed to the user. Integration ID, the tag that will identify the field in the target system or the third-party system. Prompt type. Choose what type of prompt you want to display. For this, I will choose as text box. Used for collecting a name, address, short description, quantity, etc. from the user. The default information area should be left empty. This option has a maximum of 150 characters allowed. Column. Your choices are either one or two column forms. So I will keep it as one. Click on Save. I will create more additional form fields. Enter your email address. keep it as text box. We'll keep it as column 2. And I'm going to keep it as required. This indicates that user have to enter the information. And I'm going to have the default information as blank. Then I'm going to have a question. Do you have an artwork to upload? And for this, I will choose as checkbox. Give two options, that is yes or no. Then I will have upload your artwork. And this time I'm going to choose file upload. Click on save. The last one I will have is the additional information required must be entered here. And I'm going to keep it as text area. I'm going to make this as optional. Choose the prompt number and click on save. Once you're done with creating all the form fields, make sure you click on save form. I'm going to locate the form which I have created. In order to edit the form, you can click on the pencil icon, scroll down. Let's say if you want to edit a form field, click on the pencil icon, and I want to make this as required. I will make it as required, click on save and save form. Let's say I want to delete a form. I'll click on the pencil icon and click on delete. In order to reactivate the form, you can go to the included deleted items, click on the pencil icon and save form again. Please note, a form can be reactivated, but if a form field is deleted, it cannot be reactivated. So let's say if you go to edit the form, and if you have deleted the form field, there is no way to undelete the option. You have to either create it from the scratch. Let's take a look how you can assign these forms to a different parts of the site. So if you go to the site, let's assign the form to a checkout page. So go to the settings, scroll down, and you will see an option of checkout forms. So I will locate my form here. I will drag it to the right side, click on save. The form has been assigned to the checkout page. On a product level, you go to the catalog, product, select your product, go to the forms tab, and select the form you want from the drop-down. I will just choose and click on save. Also, you can assign the form to an internal page you create. Go to the pages, click on the pencil icon to edit the page, go to the forms tab, and from the list, select the form and assign it here. You can also give the form submit response. Click on save. This is how you assign a forms to a different area. Now we are going to see all the prompts type that are available in the forms and how it is going to appear on the site. So I have a form which is created all prompts where I have 11 form fields with each prompt type. Let's take a look one by one. The very first is the text box. Used for collecting a name, address, short description, quantity, etc. from the user. The default information area should be left empty. The option has a maximum of 150 characters allowed. And this is how it is going to appear for the text box. The second field I have is the text area. Used for allowing notes, lengthy messages, or descriptions to be entered by the user. This is how the text area is going to appear. The third one I have is the small text box. Same as the text box, but the displayed box length is shorter. And you will see the small text box in this manner. The next one I have is the rich text box. Same as the text box, but the user can format the text font size, color, style, alignment, and insert symbols. This is how the rich text box is going to appear. The next one I have is the rating. Used to collect a star rating, the user can select from 1 to 5 stars in half star increment. Use the default information to set a suggested star rating. The next one I have is the radio buttons. Enter a list with a minimum of 2 items in the default information area. Each item in the list must be on its own separate line. Each item in the list will have a radio button displayed next to it. To allow a user to select nothing, start with the list as 0, none, or not applicable. In this case, I have 5 options: none, option 1, 2, 3, 4. And this is how the radio button is going to look like. Only one item can select it for the radio button. The next one I have is the multi-file upload. Use this option to enable upload multiple files simultaneously. Please note, the option for the file upload can be only selected at the page on a site, not on a product or checkout page. To use the file upload on a product, it will be better to use the file upload option, not the file upload in a form. This is only applicable for using the file upload within a page on the site. Same goes with the file upload option. The next option is the drop-down list, also known as the pick list or a menu. Enter a list with a minimum of 2 items in the default information area. Each item in the list must be on its own separate line. This is how the drop-down is going to appear. The next option is the checkbox. Enter 1 or more items in the default information area. Each item must be on its own separate line. Each item will have a checkbox displayed next to it. The user chooses an item by clicking the checkbox. More than one item can be selected. And the very last prompt is the calendar. Used to collect a date, a user can enter a date or select it from a month-based calendar. Use the default information to set a default date measured in days from now. The user can override the default and select any date. And this is how it is going to appear on the site. This section is the captcha to avoid the spam while submitting a form. I'm going to quickly submit a form, fill all the required fields, click on Submit. As soon as I click on Submit, an email will be triggered. So I go to the site and you will see a form submitted email is triggered with all the form fields we have filled. Let's quickly place an order and we will see the form fields are also available in the reporting. This is my order. You can see the checkout information here on the order summary page. On a product level, you can see the form info here. Also, if I go to the orders, click on the pencil icon to edit the order, go to the reports tab, and if I download the summary, you will see for each form that is at the checkout, the form fields and the details can be seen on the order reports. This was all about creating and using forms in Pressero. Thank you for watching this video.